Pallavi, at least wear some powder.
I just wore some powder.
Comb your hair then.
I just combed them.
Wear some more powder in that case.
Okay. Hi everyone. Today I'm going to share with you how I did my makeup in high school. But I have decided to expand the premise just a bit to include how people around me did makeup when I was in high school. Because how I did my makeup in high school, it was like this. No makeup. Nada, zilch, zero. As you all know, I grew up in India. And in India, the system is slightly different. Till 10th grade is considered high school. 11th and 12th is considered junior college. Sometimes it can be affiliated with a high school, but in my case, it was not. I had really long hair till I was in 9th grade because I used to do Indian classical dance. And I wanted to get away from that. So my first step towards that was chopping my hair off. I did chop it off and I ended up in pigtails, as we used to call it. If I had any length to my hair whatsoever, I had to tie them up in ponytails too. And then I had to add a black ribbon on top. And when I say this, I'm serious. Like you could get in trouble if you did not have those black ribbons. Oh, I forgot. No rings, no jewelry of any sort, no earrings, not even nail polish. Yeah, if you wore that over the weekend, you had to take it off. We didn't even groom our eyebrows in high school because it was almost considered bad, but makeup in general was not there. Not there, by that I mean it was not available. The most common makeup product you can say people wore during those days was a Pond's Dreamflower talc. This is a white, and I'm not kidding you, white, semi-translucent, so it's not translucent, powder. India being a hot country, it is almost considered desirable if you are lighter in skin. So, this powder served two purposes. One, it absorbed a little bit of sweat that you might get when you head out, and it made your face slightly whiter. And this, I would say, is the moderation. A lot of people would add a lot more. My mom constantly asked me to wear this powder when I went out, and I used to hate it. Not because of how it looked, I didn't even care how I looked back then, but because it kind of dried my skin out. But I constantly heard, at least wear some powder. It was just called powder because that's the only thing that was available back then. The other thing that people wore were lipsticks. I'm talking late 80s here. So most commonly people would wear a lipstick, which usually would be kind of a darker shade, because I don't remember if there were any lighter shades available. Most of them were like shades of red, maroon, mostly because it kind of coordinated with the most common accessory women wore at the time, which would be a bindi. It's a symbol of wedding, similar to the wedding ring here. And in those times, it was mandatory if you were married to wear a bindi. So this is what you would typically outside. Now my mom was a little bit fancier than most, I would say, because she wore something called lactocalamine. Lactocalamine was the only foundation per se available in India at the time. And it was actually the color of a calamine lotion, which is like this pinkish white. This is the closest one I could find to that. So she would take a little bit of it and apply it all over her face. Now, I am kind of the average skin color in India. You know, there are people who are darker than me, there are people who are lighter than me, and this was the only shade of foundation available. So you had to kind of spread it out pretty thin. But it still gave you this whitish hue. Which was, again, as I said, my mom does have a slight pinkish undertone and she doesn't have the yellow undertone as me. So it didn't look as bad on her. But sometimes she insisted that I wear it too. And this is how I looked if I wore it. And this is kind of the shade of my mom's lipstick. She would wear her bindi and tie her hair back really tight. I thought she looked super pretty. Everybody thinks their mom looks pretty when they're young. But yeah. Was it common to blend the foundation down your neck? No, it wasn't. We just left it like this. Two other products that were available in the market at the time were a Vico turmeric cream and a Fair and Lovely. Again, now this goes back to the Indian people's desire to be slightly lighter than they are. No matter what shade you are, you want to be lighter. If you're super white and pale, oh my god, you're a goddess. So the Vico turmeric cream made all sorts of claims. It's said to clear out any blemishes, even out your skin tone, lighten your skin tone. It's supposed to be antiseptic and whatnot. And it claims that it's an Ayurvedic product, so made of natural things like turmeric and sandalwood and whatnot. I actually always loved the smell. So people who believed in natural things wore this. Whereas people who didn't really care for all those things wore the Fair and Lovely. Now, Fair and Lovely's claim is that it lightens your skin tone by multiple shades.
Treatment पे आपको active sun control, active smooth finish, active fairness system.
By multiple shades. Yeah, I had both of these too. Sometimes I wore my Vico turmeric, which is this super yellow cream. I'm gonna wear it only on half side. And it gave you this yellowish hue, you can say. And yellow is closer to white. And sometimes I would wear the Fair and Lovely. Of course, not at the same time, but it claims to lighten your skin in the matter of weeks, which makes me wonder what's in it. Vico turmeric side, Fair and Lovely side, and no matter what you wore, you always topped it off with your handy dandy Pond Stream flower talc. Which made you look super white no matter what was underneath. When I went to my junior college, which would be 11th and 12th grade, and junior and senior in high school here in the United States, a couple of my friends gifted me my very first nail polish. And it was this really pale color. You could barely tell that it was even on my nails, but it made me feel so fancy because it was my very first nail polish. I loved it.
And last but not the least, people wore kohl. I've seen even men wear it. though it's most typically worn by children and women. In India, it's called gajar, gajal, or surma.
This is the mother of kohl, you can say. And it came in this like flat container. It smells amazing. It has camphor and all these good for your eyes herbs. It's even used in babies in India.
You would just pick some up with your finger like so.
Pull down your lower eyelid and just go to town on it. This is the makeup that I was exposed to in my high school. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit like. Thanks again for watching. Bye. Bindi, it's a symbol of wedding, similar to the ring in Western countries. Did it just fall off? Yeah.